Hey everybody, thanks for coming to my channel again. In this video, let's make the random orbit more random. Now if you watched video, I believe it was 4 in this series, so it would be episode 1.4, you probably noticed, even though I didn't at the time, that it wasn't a random orbit, it was a regular orbit, it was a specified orbit. I'll show you what I mean. Let's save a new scene, scene 6. And let's make a couple 3D objects. Let's make a cube and a sphere. And let's pull the cube. Let's make the cube be the sun and the sphere be the earth. And let's pull this earth out. Now if I hold down Command, probably Alt on Windows, I can move it out on the grid. If you ever want to change the grid settings that are here, move on X, Y, and Z axes, scaling and rotating. So then the Earth's sitting out here, and if we put random orbit here, then say 100 here, this is what I had it working. This is how I had it working before. Oh, and then if I make this the Earth a child of the sun. That's what we were doing before, and that's fine. But that's not really what I'm looking for, because I want it to be randomized. Now, what happens if I do this? Now I'm just curious. Now I'm playing around a little bit. Okay, that's cool. So it rotates in several directions. But let's change this one to be orbit. I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to change this one to just orbit. And I'm going to open that up, and when I get it open, I'll change that to orbit, and then that one's ready to go. You can set the orbit to whatever you want. So if I go back and I remove this, and I put the orbit in, then we should have the same behavior we did just a second ago. Yeah, okay. But then for random orbit, remove component, random orbit, oops. Let's put that in here, and let's go to the code, because what we could do instead is have a float speed, and then we could go get a vector3, private vector3. Let's see, what should we call this? Orbit speed vector. And then here, speed vector equals random dot inside unit sphere. So that'll give us 3 values between -1 and 1, an x, y, and a z. So then we can multiply speed vector by the speed by the time dot delta time. That should do the trick. Let's find out. Okay, I haven't given it any speed. 10. Yeah, it's rotating. 100. Yeah, cool. And if we try it again, it should rotate in a different direction. Still got the 0 setting. 1000. 100, okay. Now that's a random orbit. So that's actually what I had in mind. And that actually would make scene 5. Let's open, let's make scene 5, and let's save it as scene 7. And let's delete all these. And let's change it from, oh, here we go. Random orbit's already there. And Earth, does it have a random orbit? Yes. Let's try that. That's cool, okay. And then if we do a bunch of those, we should get something with differing speeds on each one of them. Yeah, some of them are faster and some are slower. So that's the big difference with this one. Thanks for watching this video, and if you like this series, please like and subscribe.